Hi everyone, I'm gonna be talking about my bearded dragons that I have. Right now I have 4 babies. These are hatchlings, they're about 5 weeks old. There's 2 right there and 1 there, and I believe the other guy's right up there. So yeah, so their enclosure it's a 20-gallon tank set up. I have lots of stuff for them to climb on, and that big wood wall is so that they can get close to my fluorescent light that I have up there, which is a UVA UVB bulb. Plus I have their heat lamp and a basking light. Yeah, they're pretty easy to take care of. You just have to make sure that every day they have I put mealworms in there normally, mixed in with I have kale, and that is like a gelatin bearded dragon mix that's canned that you can get from any pet store, I believe. I mix that in there with mealworms, and then in the afternoon I actually take all of this out and I feed them crickets, and I usually feed them about 25 to 30 crickets a day. And I take this stuff out simply because the crickets will automatically hide underneath or in the crevices of any of the wood pieces that are in here, and then these guys can't get at them. So I always get the small sized crickets for these guys because you're technically not supposed to be feeding them anything larger than the gap between their eyes on the top of their head, which on these guys is probably about an inch. So yeah, that black cord is a heat temperature gauge, which I have in here, which should range between, for hatchlings, about 100 to 110. And that's the warm side. And on this side is their cooler side. I don't know if you can see that gauge, but it's between 80 to 90 for their cool side. And the humidity shouldn't be too much. They are desert creatures, right? But they will go and soak in this little water dish. And sometimes I will go in there with a mister and mist them with water. They don't really like it. They'll try to run away, but it helps them stay hydrated. And then I have underneath, I have my 2 adult bearded dragons. This is the female, Mummy. I'm not really sure how long she is, but if you were to lay her on your palm of your hand, she's from the tip of my middle finger, and her tail usually reaches to my elbow crease. So that's her. And the male, he's over here. He's actually trying to climb up the meshing that's on the outside here, but he can't. He's about the same size. He's a grouch. They're both super friendly. I can pick both of them up. He doesn't really like being handled that much, but they don't bite. They might open up their mouth and hiss a little bit, and usually it's fine. She's a suck. She's my little bulldog. But yeah, they have a lot of little caves that they can hide under, and since she should be laying another clutch soon, I made sure that there's a lot of, I have like coconut shavings in here so that she can dig and burrow if she needs to. Also, I feed them, I sprinkle a little bit of calcium powder on her food every day, and it's a mixture. It's a freeze-dried mixture of little shapes of bananas, carrots. There's some dried crickets and cockroaches and stuff like that that are mixed up for her. And this guy, I don't know if you can see, but his beard is super black right now. He's not happy. But the funny thing is, I could go in there and pick him up and he will not bite at all. She doesn't get the black beard. Yeah, so her name is Toothless, and his name is Hookfang. We named them after the How to Train Your Dragon dragons. So yeah. So that's them. I will be putting some tips on here and tricks for certain other bearded dragon stuff soon. Plus, I will be selling 3 of these ones once they get to be about 6 to 8 weeks old. So if anyone is in this area, I'm not sure, hit subscribe on my page and post in the comments, and hopefully I can find them a new home through you guys. Alrighty, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.